On this video, I'm going to show you the 5 tips to succeed when using DoorDash. Hey everyone, my name is Debbie and I am here to try a new remote job every single month to share with you the ins and outs of working remotely. For this month's remote work, I am trying out the app DoorDash. Last week, I invited my hubby with me who tried this app and to show you his experience when he used DoorDash. This week, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 tips that will help you succeed when using the app from the things that we have learned when we tried it ourselves. So the first thing that we recommend you doing is to make sure that you are in the right location. One of the things that we have found, especially since we are living in New York City, is that being in a city doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be getting a lot of tips. It also depends on the area that you're in, because sometimes it gets really difficult to find parking. So you're always going to be worrying what will happen, whether you're going to get a ticket or not. And of course, if you get that just pretty much takes out all of your earnings for that day or even a few days if you get $50, $100 worth of tickets or even more. So make sure that you are in the right location. We found that residential neighborhoods are better because you tend to find more parking spots. It's also better to be in those residential areas because you will find the deliveries to be a lot closer together than, sometimes they're a lot further apart from one another. The next tip that we recommend you doing is to learn what to avoid and what to accept in terms of delivery. So one example that we have is what happened to the hubby. He'll tell you the story in the previous video where he just accepted everything without looking at the location because he pretty much thought that the app would understand where he was and they won't give him a delivery that will cause him to pay for tolls, for it to be too far, but the app doesn't do that. It just gives you whatever is available, and whoever takes it, then they give it to you. So make sure to always look at what's being offered to you before you accept the delivery, because sometimes you may have to pay for a toll, it's a little bit too far, or maybe it's just too much that you're doing for no tip at all. The third tip that is pretty important in order to succeed in DoorDash is to understand the best time to start working on the app. So for example, a few times where it's really a good time to do it is during breakfast, maybe lunch, and then of course dinner. There's definitely down times in between those hours. So you're not gonna find as many people who will need the delivery. So make sure to learn when to avoid those. The app does tell you when the hot times or hot spots are, and then they do give you suggestions on when to come. So the app is really great to try to find that, so you're not trying to figure that out on your own. But it's common sense. People will most likely order more when they are ready to have breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So just make sure that you are going around those times. But also keep in mind that there's also more competition during those times as well. So sometimes you will just need to kind of understand and do a bit of trial and error when you are on this app. The fourth suggestion that I have is to be organized. There's some days where you're going to have multiple deliveries going on at the same time. So always remember which item is for whom, because you may get different types of deliveries in your back seat and then you could mix them up and you don't want to do that. So maybe having a Sharpie, writing something down, taking notes so that you always know you're giving the people the right delivery, the right items that they need, and you don't want to go to somebody's house or somebody's office, wherever it is that you're going, and giving them the wrong delivery and mixing that up. So make sure to always be organized. My fifth and last tip for you so that you can become successful with DoorDash is to read the instructions carefully. One of the things that we found when I was with my hubby during the second time that we did DoorDash is that there are times where the person who is asking for the delivery wants you to go to a certain part of the store, or maybe the restaurant is hidden somewhere, because sometimes it's just really tough to find certain locations. So make sure to read their instructions. Maybe they tell you what street to go on, maybe it's the back entrance, or there's just a lot of loopy things that you have to find out, or maybe the person that you're delivering this to doesn't want you to ring the bell, they just want you to leave it by the door and then you message them. So just make sure that you're reading all of these instructions so that it is a better way for you to get a tip, a better way for you to do things faster and more organized. So that's it. These are the 5 tips that you need to become successful in DoorDash. If you follow them, I am sure that you will earn extra income for yourself that will allow you to understand how this app works, and you never know, it may lead to more things for you later on in the long run. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure to subscribe down below. And if you have any suggestions for me for any side gigs or online jobs that you would like me to try, make sure to give me a comment down below. That's it for now. Thank you all for watching this, and I will see you later. Bye.